Hello Virgos, how you doing? Welcome to your messages from energy here on the Astroflower. Yes, we will be doing a little bit of tarot as well at the same time, but we're going to be going into your chakra sequencing and getting a message from the energy for you in a very particular way. Okay, yes, if you did see the messages from energy, which came out on Wednesday night, you all know that we're going to be going into air and earth, that combination between the physical and the mental aspects of life, which actually bodes incredibly well for you as well, Virgo, incredibly well. We're going to be looking at your elements in a minute, but in the meantime, let's just see what's going on in the way of chakra sequencing for you. So luckily we're sat on an energy line here, and so let's just connect to that energy there, and we'll see what the chakra sequencing and what parts are easy and what parts are a little bit more difficult for you. So there's that connection, finding a point zero as it were. There it is there. Okay, the first things first that comes into play is it's not as bad as most other signs. It's got to be said. And you tend to sort of reflect a lot in life. You know, you use a lot of your mental energies in life here, and it's allowing your mental energies to flow. It's certainly giving you a sort of direction without thinking too much. But the thing is that comes with it as well is the solar plexus. So these ideas have to be equated to physical engagements within life. And, you know, it's not just a case of thinking about doing something, it's a case of also doing it. And this is where sometimes you might have difficulty. So I would follow that solar plexus energy that is within you, following that earth energy and allowing your mental or your intuition side to help or blend with what you're physically doing in order to mold your physical actions into the results that you so wish to have. Okay, so I think the solar plexus is going to be very important as well. Flexibility is also an important aspect of it all, and I don't think it's physical flexibility with the world around you. It's more of a case of flexibility within you. It's playing slightly into the sacrum as well, and this is all about your fundamental desires. I think you need to be very clear on your fundamental desires, and you need to stick to them. There is another aspect of trying to do too much, which may cause you sort of backache in your lower back. So if your back is starting to speak to you, I would listen to it, and it will tell you where you're trying to do too much within life at the moment. So I'd be very, very conscious about that. Where's the other chakras going? Root chakra, which ties into the sacrum as well. Very much about being grounded in what you do, not allowing yourself to go running off chasing butterflies. That's where the challenge is going to be for you this week here, more than anything else. You don't have to actually, bizarrely enough, but you don't have to actually, because the energy, the messages from energy, the general messages from energy this week was all about communication. And I don't think you have to communicate too much. I think your actions will communicate enormous amount for you. So you don't have to worry too much about the world that is around you, in the way that, are they on board or do they understand, etc. I think your actions are going to prove that. So it will allow you to release that force, that enormous force and drive and enthusiasm that you have within you, Virgo, to get the results that you so wish. The more that you do that, the easier it's going to be, and not trying to carry the world upon your shoulders. That's that grounded factor about it all. Okay? And there is that sort of third eye as well, which sort of, it is saying here, don't overthink things. Okay? Don't think things. It seems to be really important for you. Let's just see what we get in the way of messages from energy. So let's just relax. And there we go. And let's just see, there we are. We're connected to this energy line that's coming through here at the moment. Do we have a message for Virgo within the energies? It seemed to be saying here the first idea was the best idea. And I think this is where energy is trying to help you to streamline things so you don't overthink things. So you don't start on one project and then have a thought come along and then that's it. You ditch that first project and start working on the second one. I think this is where if you keep it certain concentration within you, it's going to be a lot easier for you to convert what you can see within your mind's eye or your intuition into reality within your life. Okay? Is there any other sort of messages from the energies? Don't get bamboozled by the world around you. I think there's things that you need to implement. And it's like a friend comes along to you and sort of says, hi, Virgo, do you want to come out playing? We're going to play some softball, or we're going to play down the beach or whatever, have a picnic and what have you. Do you want to come? And you've got that work to do. And yeah, it would be lovely to go, but I think it's actually better that you get on and do this week here. That picnic and that thing at the beach or the softball will always be there in the future. But this week here, I think you need to concentrate on the earth side of things and allowing your mental, your intuition side to really mold and shape it so it gives you that sort of power and precision when you're going forward within your plans for your emotional side of life, for your relationship side of life, but also for your financial side of life. I think that both of them play really well in together. Okay, let's just see what's going on with those elements and let's just see how we can sort of calibrate it all together. So first things first, you may notice you've got air and earth in your synchronicities with the outside world on your relationship side. You've also got the air and earth on your karmic path, and the same thing which goes in on your financial side. Now, I think the financial side is going to be a lot easier for you to develop simply because you've got that cardinal air that goes all the way from your base and it goes all the way running around your central petal, your inner sanctum, and that allows you to give a very clear vision about what you so wish to be achieving on your financial side. You also get that cardinal earth that comes in from Cancer here, and this is about developing business connections with people, networking and so forth. I think that's really important on your karmic path, and that's possibly that whole idea of, when someone sort of says to you, come and play with us down the beach, where you're sort of saying, no, I've got to concentrate on my karmic path of getting things into action and getting things into, moving on, as it were. I think that's going to be really important to sticking to a plan. The only other earth you have is that mutable earth that goes all the way around you because you're a pure earth sign, unlike Capricorn and Taurus, who have mixed elements within their sign. You have pure earth that goes all the way around your surface, as it were. And I think it plays into, it allows you to mold and sculpt your future according to your karmic paths and your synchronicities with the world around you. But the thing that is more key than anything else, I think, is that cardinal air that goes through you that comes in from Libra. And this is why you're giving the clear inspiration for what you wish to be living in regards to your financial side as much as in your relationship side. No matter what it is you're after on your financial side, because we're all living different lives, and I can pick out individual scenarios. For some of you, it's about writing a book, and some other people, it's about sort of starting a restaurant or exploring food, and it could even be a combination of the two, where you're exploring sort of a naturopath, learning to be a naturopath or something like that, to being a therapist. But it's giving you a real direction from within that you need to be absolutely clear with you, within your being, within your intuition, so that therefore you can convert it into reality. On your relationship side, very similar sort of situation here, but here, rather than having that air that comes in through you, it's playing very much on the surface. So I think it's going to be a little bit more relaxed on the relationship side for you this week here. And action speaks louder than words for you this week here. And this is where you do have this fixed earth on your karmic path with the fixed air, which does converts into fixed water as well. So it gives you that stable emotional sort of situation of converting the past into your future. But it's more of how you engage in the here and now. And this is where you need to be, I think, straight talking about what you so wish to be living in regards to your relationships, but also in which you play with or engage with in the world around you. Yes, I think there is a degree of sociability within your relationships around you, but I wouldn't be so fixed upon it. I think it needs to be a communication that allows space for people to grow as much as you to grow within the synchronicities that are around you. But it does come out with you talking or communicating precisely with others around you what you so wish to be exploring. Okay, so let's just have a look. We'll start from the financial side because I think that's where you're going to get the most out of it all. There's this crossing point up here, but let's just see what's going on here. Don't allow yourself to get guilt-tripped into leaving your pathway. That's what it seems to be about. What's going on the karmic path? Justice and balance. That's what it's all about, harmony. And it's balance between what is your ideal or your intuition and your physical actions in the world. This is a Libran card, and that is that Libran energy that comes through you there. I think it's going to be the most important thing for you in this week here. Yeah, let's just have a look with the synchronicities where you've got your mutable earth with the mutable fire that comes in from Gemini. Decisions. This is what I was talking about. Decisions about where someone's asking you to go down to the beach, and you're sort of saying, no, I've got work to do. You can choose your future if you so wish this week here, and I think you should. The more you stick to choosing the plan of action for you going forward, the easier it's going to be for you going, easy for you to put into place the results. Get the project over the line, as it were. Let's just see what's going on with that cardinal air that comes through you that plays into your future self. You get the moon card here. I think once you start getting into a rhythm that may not necessarily be used to, of limiting your actions in the world according to what you're intuitively using your third eye to do. Once you start doing that, I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised of how it becomes a lot easier for you. You get the Five of Swords as well playing in this section here. I think this is where this whole crossing point here that's more than anything else. You will be walking away from a complicated life because you're making that choice to do that. You're making a choice, or the synchronicities, you're meeting up with people, you're working with people who will enable you to create your career path, to open up that new job or open up that business or that project. And when you start doing that, that's when you're going to be able to walk away from the complicated situations. And I think that's what you're going to be surprised about more than anything else. It's all about the clear vision. That's the King of Air, the King of Swords. This is about inner judgment more than anything else, I think, for you this week here. The more you get that clarity within that inner judgment within yourself, the easier life is going to be for you. Let's just see what's going on the relationship side here. On your karmic path, with the fixed air and fixed earth energies, you get that King of Wands. Yeah, it's you choosing. You're being very clear about what you want. It's very clear for you on your karmic path of what you wish to experience physically within the world. Once you know that within you, and I would stick to that, stick to being that and being very sure about it. I think it's going to give you some very clear, fixed emotions, which will allow you to have that exchange with the people around you on a very productive sort of sense. On the mutable energies, you get the Six of Swords. Obviously a work in progress for you. This is where you can, with the Six of Swords here, you're definitely moving forward. And I think it's down to a plan of action that you know that you wish to experience, the joy that you wish to experience with another person or with the people around you, which will allow you to open up to it all. What's this cardinal air that comes in here? How does that play with you? Let's just see what's going on with that. Patience is a virtue. It ties in slightly to the Justice card, but converting negative into positive, converting that moon into that sunshine. And I think that's what your financial side does. And it lends very well for you on your relationship side. And that communication of being very clear with your communication in the here and now will allow you to implement that plan of action that you so wish in the here and now. You get the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands on your relationship side. There is definitely a divine counterpart here that's coming together with a plan that or an implementation or a development of something that you've been developing with another person, a relationship that you're with another person, and it seems to be clicking this week for you, Virgo, in a very, very beautiful way, a really, really beautiful way. You get the Devil card as well. The attention is to the detail, and that's in the here and now, which is you are very, very good at. She is like concentrating on one flame at a time. There's lots of possibilities around her, and this is where I sort of saying you need to be really laser focused. If you're not, you may end up putting yourself into a situation where things you get pulled off into illusions. So it may get a little bit more complicated to implement what you so wish to live within your relationship side. Actually, it's a good week for you. There's work this week, but I think if you apply yourself this week, it's going to pay enormous amounts of dividends going forward for you. Okay, so don't forget about the messages from energy that came out on Wednesday night. Please do go and see that, and we will obviously be talking and discussing everything about energy on the Sunday Live at 9 o'clock. That's 2100 hours in UK time. If you've got questions about this reading, if you've got questions about energy, it would be lovely to see you there. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.